Oh, it's great, it's great. I love seeing everybody here. My name is Sam Handel. I'm a senior at the University of Maryland. It's so great to see you all. It's been a long 2 years since ISF had their last event. 2 years ago was their last Norooz event. It's just so great to see everybody here. You know, I have to say, cut. So yeah, I've never done comedy before, but I was really excited. You know, I was a little bit worried at first, looking at you, but I see that the bench is in full effect. Everyone is relaxed, really good. That was my plan. So dinner first, so everyone's a little bit mellow right now. I can see that everyone looks spectacular because the Iranians, they have to look just amazing, just jigoo, just fantastic. I love it. I love it, okay? The women, they pamper their faces, they look like the Mona Lisa. They're fantastic. And the men, don't they do? The men are more jigoo than the women. They're more snazzy. You know, it's real sharp. I have a term for these types of jigoo men. I call them a siamak. I created this term with my sister's boyfriend. He's from Switzerland. The first time my sister and her went to a nightclub. The nightclub was owned by an Iranian guy. He looked siamak, really nice. And he was like, oh, that dude looks like a siamak, man. He's pretty snazzy. So that's my term. You know, Americans, I guess they have their Karens, and then we have our siamaks. I can see that anybody whose name is siamak is looking at me right now. I'm very sorry. Are there any non-Iranians in the crowd? Raise your hand, please. Any non-Iranians? Where? Oh, you, what's your name? Ryan, okay. I'm gonna try to, what? Ryan, oh my God! Yes, Ryan, girlfriend or something. Who are you dating here? Do I know? Oh my God, Ryan, okay. Yeah, no, Ryan, I'll try to translate some of the Persian things I say. So, for example, jigoo means really like snazzy, really like put together, okay? Because that's how the Iranians are. Look at yourself, go, woo! So when I was learning Farsi when I was younger, but it's a bit different than, you know, other people. I had to learn it from my parents, and I feel like I learned Farsi much more differently. For example, so like, when I was learning like the zoo animals, you have, like American kids, they go to school, they learn the teacher's like, this is the giraffe, in the photo, this is the zebra. Me, I learned through the blankets, patouille palangi, patouille sheep, patouille parande. Bird, blanket, lion, blanket. This is how I learned the animals in Farsi. It was very effective. These blankets, when people talk about Persian rugs, they're so exquisite, so amazing, okay? And I think our blankets are also fantastic. There's these large, warm blankets. There's a huge animal design on them. They keep you so warm during the winter, but sometimes, you know, after like 2 hours, you start sweating. You have to take off patouille sheep because you're sweating like a lion. You know, you take it off. But yeah, no, for sure, it's good. I think this is water. Weather, I actually hate DMV weather because you have to dress for 4 seasons in 1 day. In the morning, it's like 70 degrees, you know, nice summer day. Then towards noon, it goes to 60. Then the evenings, like 40 degrees, and at night just drops immediately down to like 20. It's horrible. And you get sick so much during these weathers here in the DMV. It's so nasty, it's so cold. You get like sick 20 times, you know, so that's a big good. It's just like so stuffy. But I have to say, the reason I feel like I stay super healthy during these winters is through these crazy Persian precautions and remedies. I swear they're phenomenal. So for example, so these precautions, you know, my mom would like instill these into my brain when I was a kid. You know, when you go in front of the AC, sweaty, don't eat chai, you're gonna freeze. You know, if you're like overheating, you're wearing too many clothes, layers, you're gonna burn. The worst, your hair is wet, you go outside, let's take it from wet hair outside, the worst. Don't do that. It's like drilled into my brain. But, yeah, no, I think also alongside these precautions are these amazing remedies, and I think the greatest remedy is like a magical potion of Choy Naba. I cannot believe it. It is magic. college, I wasn't taking the best care of myself. My mom was a little bit disappointed. She's like, "Oh, Days, you did not like this, but I guess push it home, man. Come on, you can be much better than this." So I was like, "Okay, Mom, I'm gonna take more and more care of myself." And I started drinking a lot of chai during the winters, and oh my God. When I had a cold, chai na ba. When I had a headache, chai na ba. My eyes started to itch. My mom would say, "Take the chai, take the napkin, dip it in the chai, and put it on your eye, and it fixes it. It fixes it." I was like, "There's no way this is gonna work." I take the napkin, put it in the chai, put it on your eye. And I felt like my eyes were reborn. It was amazing. It was amazing. No, but there's one weakness in chai. If you drink too much of it, you want to pee like crazy. So this one day, I just like way too much chai, and I was walking my apartment like this, around like this. And my roommate was like, "Dude, what's wrong with you? You like constipated, bro?" I was like, "No, too much chai, too much chai." So, but that's okay. The weather's getting warmer. You know, it's Norooz is around the corner. I wish a happy New Year to all of you. Norooz mutum olarak. It's super nice, you know, we have a half scene outside. You guys saw a half scene. To the non-Persian speakers, a half scene is like our version of the Christmas tree. It's a table, you put like your 7 items around. Half is like 7. And like the items, these range from like an apple, garlic, vinegar. I know it sounds like a grocery list, but I don't know. Back in the day, maybe you want to see groceries like this, we put the grocery for today. The half scene. You know, my favorite half-scene item used to be Samanu. This first, my name was I'm Sam. Samanu was like pretty cool. And then it has like a pretty cool dance associated with it. You know, Samanu, oi Samanu, Samanu, oi Samanu, oi half-scene, Samanu, Samanu, oi Samanu. So yeah, I had it. It's my favorite. Then I actually tasted it. I was like, wow, this thing sucks. I tried the wheat, it's wheat barley, but it's like just disgusting, like barley pudding. I tried it, it was terrible. I tried, yeah, don't try salmon. No, you don't want to try it. I think Iranians, they love decorating a half scene. It has to look amazing. You know, it has to look exquisite. The egg has like a diamond inside of it. The apple is like from the Johnny Appleseed tree. Then you have just the fish is like a flounder, just an amazing fish. But I saw this one thing in Iran. There's this one guy. You have to cut your sabzeh because it gets too long. And he's giving me sabzeh. He's like, "Give me my sabzeh fade, you know, very khafan fade." Iranians, they go all out, especially in Iran. They go super all out, super duper all out. I think, you know, Norooz is a time where you really get to be with your family. It's a time of love and appreciation and care. And I really love this holiday. It's fantastic, and I think it's the happiest time of the year, even more than Christmas, to me at least. But I think the one thing that is not happy during Norooz is if you're a fish. Because if you're a fish and you look out your bowl, you realize you have 2 more weeks left to live. There's no way you can take care of a fish. Me? My goal one day just to get it to survive until season of that. I can never get it to survive. 1 year I feed it too much. 1 year I don't feed it at all. And then 1 year I have a fish. All of you are going to take a fish, you know, home tonight. So please, at least, you know, to take your fish and make it survive until season of that. Who here actually has had their fish? Raise your hand if you had your fish survive for a long time. What's your name? What's your name? Yeah, so how long has your fish survived for?
5 years?
5 years! 5 years! 8 years! 8 years your fish has survived. Is this big? Hey, Ryan. So I told you, we have Seal Max, right? This guy, he's survived Norooz. He's done 8 years. 8 years. Are you kidding me? What? No way. Anyways, yeah, my family's here tonight. They're here to support me. love them all to death. You know, my mom's here tonight. She's a Tehran. You were the Tehranis in the crowd. I guess they sent the entire concert here tonight. I think Tehranis are very passionate people, very proud people. Very proud people. But sometimes I think they're themselves. I like, you know, when I go to Tehran, I go to like the door there, they start putting the cars around, okay? And I met this one guy, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm Sam, nice to meet you. What's your name? Oh, my name is Yoman. Oh, of course. What else could it be? Of course. My dad is here tonight as well. He's a Shirazi. Where are the Shirazis? Yes, great. Good. No, I know there's a stereotype about Shirazi, Shirazis being lazy, but I think they're very nice people, I don't know, seriously. I know there's a stereotype of them being lazy, but I think Shirazis are some of the nicest and some of the most genuine people out there. Very supportive. My dad, though, sometimes is a little too supportive, you know. Like he tells me, it's like, listen, Sam, you know, you and Orvin, your cousin, you're the last hand, bro. You have to carry my name. You know, he wants to have his kids, and he wants to carry my name. It feels like an episode of Game of Thrones, of course, Game. Of course. I will carry the family name. The worst, man, you know, it was out of the worst times when he was like being too supportive was my soccer games, because I think. Sorry. I thought I was probably a little tired. Maybe she was, I don't know. No, but yeah, anyways, yeah, no, soccer games are the worst because, you know, my dad, he would do it out of love, but the support would be sometimes too much. You know, I was more scared of my dad than the coach. The coach and the players would sit on, or not the players, the families would be on one side of the field. He would be on the completely other side of the field, 20 yards away like a jaws. He was just looking at me, only at me. And he would whisper stuff in Farsi, and he was like, too much. I'm just like, I can only hear him. You know, like, it's like no one else understands what the hell he's saying. I do. I'm like freaking out. And I played left defense, so left back, so if I got a goal scorer, I mean, you know, the back side. I don't know what the car ride was going to be back home. No, but he's very supportive. You know, my dad, he really wanted to see me succeed, so he put me on a Spanish soccer team. I was on an American team, put me on a Spanish team. My dad, he lived in Spain for many years, so he knows Spanish, and he's like, the Spanish player is really good. Okay? It was really hard at first, because you know, the Spanish people were very nice people, very good players, but they were, a lot of them didn't speak English, so, you know, they would like, shout commands at me, dame, in my ear, and, you know, I would start to understand them, but game days were the worst, because in one ear, you know, andale, and then the other ear, boy, too much, boy. I'm like freaking out, I just want to like fall over and die at that point. I don't want to play anymore. Are there any Espanese in the crowd here today? Wow, Espanese pajama. Back. No, I know there's like the basic stereotypes of the Espanese, but I'm not here to talk about that tonight. I want to know, seriously, I want to know more about Espanese. I was researching them, and I realized they have a completely different language than us. They don't speak Farsi, they speak Espanese, okay? You know, this slang, I could not understand it. You see an Espanese guy chatting with someone, he was like kind of angry. He was talking to someone, and I was like, what are you saying? Nobody's even understanding. Like, no one knows Espanese here. Only that guy knows, he's laughing. So I didn't understand like any of this Espanese saying, but it's really cool. They have a very distinct culture, you know, very special to Espan. And I think that is really wonderful. So kudos to Espanese people. For sure. Alright guys, I have time for one more joke. I don't want to bore you all too much. I can see the studio spaces coming back there. The rice is wearing off. The rice is wearing off. But first, before I sing my last show, I just want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. I think it was a great opportunity to meet everyone here. Again, I mentioned I never did comedy before, but I just want to make people smile. It was a very challenging past 2 years. I figured let me just sit and say some jokes. I always love to hear some jokes myself. And as a senior, I was never, I was never an ISF in previous years. This was my first year. It was great to meet some wonderful people. And I'm very happy to be part of this community and get in touch with my roots again. Fantastic opportunity.